Hi everyone, my name is Bobby Parrish, and I am a survivor of almost a decade of childhood sexual abuse. And for a living, I'm a trauma recovery coach, working with survivors of childhood abuse to help them obtain healing and peace and live a life that they feel worthwhile. I have gotten so many messages from survivors since the news came out about Josh Duggar and the Duggar family on Thursday. Survivors are hurting. They're so triggered by hearing this news. Not only the news that Josh molested 5 minor girls, but how he was treated afterward, and survivors worrying about how the girls were treated and what kind of help they got and what kind of pain they might be in right now. And then people are even more triggered by how people are defending Josh and excusing his behavior and saying that it wasn't much. As I heard someone say that it wasn't anything worse than a kid hitting a baseball through the neighbor's window. And I don't have a response to those people, and truly they aren't the people that I want to talk to. I want to talk to survivors right now. I wrote an article for RachelInTheOC.com for Rachel Thompson, who is a fierce advocate for childhood sexual abuse survivors. But I know that survivors are very visual people, and that seeing a video might be helpful for some of them. And the message I want all of you to hear right now is that you are worthy. You were worth protecting. Even if you didn't get protection from your abuser, even if you reported your abuse and you were kicked to the curb or called a liar or patted on the head and said, "Oh, it's okay, sweetie, he loves you. He doesn't know he's doing anything wrong. Just, go on back and behave yourself, and for heaven's sakes, don't tell anybody else. Don't rock the boat. The family might experience a lot of shame, and we don't want that." And what that tells us as survivors is that we aren't worthy. That the person who is abusing us has more value to our families, to our community, than we do. And I just want to let people know that you're not alone if you're in pain right now, and you're not alone if you're struggling. I am too. It's so hard to be abused. It's like, walking through fire. And for years afterwards, your skin is raw and it's burned, and it hurts like hell. And the thing that we carry around in our heart is not as much the pain of having been abused, but the pain of the fact that we weren't seen as worthy of being protected. And so when I look at this situation with the Duggars, and I see how he molested these 5 girls, and then his access to them wasn't cut off, and he reoffended and molested them again, and then their response was to send him to go do some home remodeling. I don't think that's right, but that's not what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you, if that triggers for you the feelings from your childhood, from your adulthood, that you've struggled with your whole freaking life, that you weren't worth being protected, I'm here to tell you, you are worth it. You were worth it then, and you're worth it now. Your worth and your value are your birthright. You came out of the womb having the value of being loved and taken care of, and you got cheated. And I'm so sorry. I know that pain. And it burns you again every time a situation like this comes up. And it's like walking through a minefield of triggers. And we suffer all over again, and we question ourselves all over again. You know, wow, here's these famous celebrities, and they didn't see the girls worthy of being protected. Maybe they're right. Maybe I wasn't worth being protected. Maybe when I tried to tell someone who said they would protect me or said they'd take care of me and they didn't, maybe they were right. Can you imagine? Can you just sit for a minute, if you're not a survivor, and sit with what it must feel like as a child to be treated with so little value that your parent or someone you love knows you're being raped or molested and says, it's okay, don't worry about it, you know, or worse yet, liar, you horrible liar, why would you make that up? Or if you, heaven forbid, reported it at school and your family was like, you have betrayed us all, you horrible creature. And for those of you who are not survivors and you think that's a rare thing, come on over. I'd be glad to line up a group of survivors a mile long to tell you that that happens more often than not. So more than anything, I just want all of you to know you're not alone, and that lack of value that you have carried with you your entire life, and you may have worked on really hard and you've reached a good place of healing. If you're triggered again, you are so not alone, and you are worthy, and you're lovable, and you should have been protected, and you should have been cared for, and you should certainly not have been abused. So if you're in pain, just know that many of us carry this burden with you, and we're here. And if you need a support group or you need some extra support right now, I have some on Facebook. You just want to reach out to me and let me know, and I'll help you get plugged in. Or email me, bobbylparish@gmail.com. And just know you don't have to go through this alone. I'm here. There are so many of us who are here with you, and I promise you that we will all do everything that we can to remind you that you are worthy, and you are lovable, and you are capable of doing so many wonderful good things, and you are good. So don't go through this alone, and don't think that you're the one freak sitting out there in the world who feels like this news never should have hit them like it does. So anyway, if I can help, know that I understand, and you are not alone.